So I'm with Neil Gibson, who author of the Twisted Dark series, as you can see right there. We talked about these on the show a few weeks back, but why don't you give everybody the kind of brief elevator pitch of what exactly these books are all about?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
just a writer.
Damn it.
No, Twisted Dark, it's a series of short stories. They're all, I call it psychological thrillers. All the stories are self-contained, kind of like Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits, if you remember that. But the stories all connect with each other, so you have to read the entire series a couple of times, designed to be reread. All the stories are quite dark in nature, they have a twist at the end. And I get quite chuffed because sometimes at these conventions some people read the stories in front of me, and sometimes some girls scream when they get to the end. So I feel like, yes, I've made them feel something.
Nice. So when we were looking at these books a couple of months ago, we looked at volumes 1 and 2, and I can't help but notice you've got volume 3 here now. Do you want to give us a little insight on what's new in this one and how this all came about for you?
Well, what happened was, volume 1 is the very first thing I wrote in my life, and I got such great feedback from it that I decided to pursue it. But I wanted to get better continuously. I'm always trying to get better as a writer. And a lot of the feedback people had for volume 1 was that it was a bit too bleak. So in volume 2 I tried to write a few light stories, and the fans all were up in arms. They said, well, what are you doing with these light stories? So I thought, okay, fair enough. And what I realised, the first story wasn't that it was too bleak, it wasn't that it was too dark, it was just there were no jokes to lift you up, there was no comic relief. So with volume 3 I realised that I write stories more of what I want to do. I went back to the roots and wrote these dark stories again, but with occasional bits of humour in it, so that you get more of a variance of emotion. We got 5 stars from Comic Book to Comics Alliance for that one, and people said some people said it's the best graphic novel I've ever read.
Nice.
So I'm very happy about it.
Very good. How's the convention here in Toronto been treating you so far?
I love Canadians. They're so friendly. It's so nice. I was here 12 years ago. I was backpacking around the world.
Oh, nice.
And even in the last 12 years, the change in Toronto is extraordinary. The number of buildings have just blown up. It's amazing.
Yeah, our downtown's gotten huge, just with a lot of real estate and stuff going up. So, but at the same time, that means a whole lot of other things get built up as well. So,
yeah, that's great.
Cool. You also have another book called Tortured Life.
Yeah.
And yeah, show that to everybody. And now
the cover is designed for 14-year-old boys.
Nice.
You like it too, don't you?
I do actually. Yeah. I'm 15. Now that seems to be more of a standalone issue, but are we going to see more of that?
Yes, there are 10 issues for that. I've written issues 2, 3, and 10, so I have a definite end in mind.
Cool.
I'm just waiting for the artist to get around and finish drawing it.
Nice.
Because what happened was, bookshops told us that it's risky for new writers to have multiple books. They want a standalone thick book to sell because it takes up less space and everything. So when we heard that, we decided to put that on hold. We have a new book coming out called Tabitha, which I believe is the best thing I've done so far.
Nice.
And so when that's finished, the artist is going back to finishing that one.
Very cool. Now you work, I think with Twisted Dark, you end up working with a lot of different artists. Is that more of just a practical thing, or is that a design choice, or?
Well, both actually. What happened was, so my background was I was a management consultant. I have a very scientific background. And when I started writing comics, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I hired artists I hadn't met them yet on the internet, and I wanted to get a variety of them so I could see their styles and work with different people. So using multiple artists in the storyline serves many purposes. It allows me to meet various artists until I find one that I really like, so I can work on an ongoing series with them. It allows the reader to see a whole varied style of art in the books, keeps it fresh, and also means I can pump out a lot faster because you can have simultaneous stories being written and drawn at the same time.
Nice. Cool. So I guess to wrap up, any other things you want to talk about that are coming out, or just where can we find your stuff also as well?
Well, Diamond USA said that they didn't want to stock Twisted Dark because it wasn't superheroes and it was an anthology. They sell it in the UK, but so complain to Diamond USA and you'll get it stocked in your comic shop.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. They say that's what the market is. I understand economics, I do.
Yeah.
But I genuinely believe comics are a fantastic medium, and it's more than just superheroes.
Yeah.
I want everyone to read comic books. The vision I have, that I'd like to be the person responsible in the UK for making comic books accepted as a mainstream medium. That's what. And so please, I love superheroes, but there are other stuff as well, to read as well. So read everything you can.
Absolutely. So where can people find you?
You can buy us on Amazon or Comixology. You can get for your iPhone or iPad.
Nice.
Or you can see me at conventions. I'm the one ugly guy who's hungover with a big face behind me.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.